Right, so now we're going to do some strengthening, hip strengthening, stabilizing exercises. This will also support the low back. We're going to start with a little slider. You could use a paper plate if you don't have a slider. We're going to do 4 movements on each side. We're going to start with a forward slide, and then we're going to slide out to the side, and then we're going to go straight back. And then we're going to go back and a little bit across. They call that a curtsy lunge. You can go as deep or as shallow as you would like. The deeper, the harder, obviously. So if we need to start out with a little bit more shallow movements, that's totally fine. Building up strength. We're going to do 20 repetitions. So 5 to 10 times in each direction. All right, now we are going to move into the next movement here. This is going to be what they call Warrior 3 in yoga. On one leg, we're going to balance, trying to keep that down leg or the right leg as straight as possible. You can have a slight knee bend there. The back leg is going to be reaching towards the back wall, trying to put the heel on the back wall. Hips will be pointed straight down, both hips. If you had guns in your holster, both guns would be pointing down towards your toe. You don't want to be tilting sideways. You can bring your hands back if you would like, squeezing the shoulder blades together for an extra squeeze. We're going to hold that ideally somewhere between 20 to 30 seconds, and then we will do the other side. Same thing. Get your balance, hips square, straight forward, arms overhead. Lean your weight onto that front leg and slowly move into tabletop type position, Warrior 3. Bringing the arms back, squeezing the shoulder blades, reaching back with both the hands and the back leg. Staying balanced. You can see hips are square, my back and hips are flat. We don't want them tilted, or we don't want the hips opening up to the right side. I'm going to hold that for 20 to 30 seconds. Now we're going to use this band around the ankles. We're going to do some different versions of activation of the glute muscles using the bands. First, we're going to get into a slight squatting position. We're going to walk forward, bringing the leg in to out. You're going to take as many steps forward as you can, maybe 4 to 5 steps, depending on the size of your room. And then we'll do the reverse, going backwards, coming in to out. All right, so we'll go back and forth 5 times, and then we're going to move into a lateral movement or a side-to-side step here, and we'll go each direction, left and right, 5 times. So we're going to step, step, step till you reach the end of the room, and then go back, step, 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 step till you reach the end of the room, and I want you to do that 5 times in each direction. So for me, that's a total of 20 to 25 reps each way. Last one we're going to do is going to be a stationary movement here, and we're just going to kick back and slightly outwards, leading with the heel of that foot, feeling a squeeze in the glute muscle. You do want to stand up tall. You want to engage your stomach muscles too as well, so that way you're not using too much of your back to lift that leg. We're going to do 20 to 25 reps each side. Now we are going to move into a downward dog type position. You're going to bend the knees, straighten them. When you straighten them, I want you to squeeze your thigh muscles to lock your knees out straight, pushing your heels down towards the ground. We're trying to keep our upper torso and spine as straight as possible, kind of getting your bottom as high as you can towards the ceiling. Squeeze the quads. Bend the knees, squeeze the quads, push the heels into the ground. Bend the knees, squeeze the thigh, push the heels down. You should feel a big stretch across the back of your legs. We're going to do a minimum of 10 repetitions there. You can do anywhere from 10 to 20 repetitions. Last thing we're going to do here is a straight leg deadlift. So the knees are going to be almost completely locked out, ideally. We're going to keep your spine and back really straight, and we're going to go down only as far as you can without your back rounding. So push your hips backwards so you feel a big stretch all along the back of the legs, back into the buttock, back through the hamstring, the back of the thigh, and down through the calf. Now I'm going to demonstrate a single leg deadlift. So they call this a kickstand deadlift. So the one leg is back behind you like a kickstand. It is the forward leg that's feeling all the tension and the weight. So as you go down, keep your spine straight, come back up. As you notice, I'm only going down just about below my kneecap because that's as far as I can go before I feel that my back is going to start to change shape.